Hi guys, good morning. This is Dane. Welcome back to the channel. And this is Filipino Nurse Retires Home. I am your host. Please come and share and subscribe to the channel. And thank you for everything that you have done for the channel. It's growing. And I'm very excited over that. And anyhow, sometimes I have to block people now, okay? Out of 100%, I probably have people that are 0.01 that are condescending, rude, whatever they are. Although I'm a nurse, I've been through a lot of that kind of personalities during my practice, but still there's a limit when I cannot tolerate anymore. Those kind of people that are rude people, there's just a lot of those sometimes, but as I've said, very minute percent. So I block them. But otherwise, I'm enjoying the channel as a whole. Now, today's topic. This is being requested or suggested by one of you guys. I'm not going to mention. It's about the banking. Whether she's going to go for separate bank account versus the joint bank account. Now, what I would say is, this is your preference and option. In marriage, it's like owning a corporation or a business. You have to know your partners. So meaning to say you have to know your husband and wife, husband or wife. Now, whether she is trustworthy, whether has good credit report or credit score, whether she is very responsible in going to work every day, and responsible with regards to where she spends her money. So you would know that when you date somebody. So that's when you would decide what side you're going to go for. Now, I'm going to state to you the advantage and disadvantage in both accounts. Now, a lot of you guys are already veterans regarding banking, and I know that because a lot of you are retirees, just like me. However, some of the other people in the channel are still young, and they're very curious about stuff, so let's talk about this. And I'm gonna just point out stuff, okay? With separate bank account, is when a couple would have their separate bank accounts, okay? It offers sense of autonomy, meaning self-management of your way of spending your money and everything. This is good when both partners love to manage their money. It's actually good. Now, partners sometimes feel like they have an autonomy on whatever they would spend their money on. Sometimes during investment, they can actually have their own business doing the separate bank account. You can actually ask your husband or your wife, whoever is good in investment, to help you out a little bit with regards to the investment. Sometimes the autonomy would be good also, especially for Filipinos who are helping people in the Philippines, the families. But please be very careful about helping. Watch my video on tactics to eliminate parasitic families in the Philippines, which I'm not condoning to help all the way by enabling families there. So please watch that videos. Now, when you help somebody in the Philippines, at least you're gonna have a percentage of your money there to tap when you need to help the people in the Philippines, and you do not have to explain to your foreign husband where you spend the money on, and that basically do not leave him stressed out. So because you do not explain anything and you do not ask for money from the account, the family account, so that would eliminate pressure in between couples, because that can easily cause divorce, and that is the real truth, okay? Now, when you have separate account, it doesn't mean that you are not obligated to any financial expenses or expenses in the family. All right. Now, with separate bank account, it doesn't mean that it does not erase you from any financial tension in relationship. Okay, some people actually would have, even with separate bank account, they would have another separate account for the family expenses, like the bills. Okay, example, my friend, she's actually making much lesser than the husband, maybe about 4 times lesser. So what she does is she would put a percentage of her income, of course it's going to be lesser than her husband, into that separate family account. Now, you have to really, because you're married, so you have to really be also considerate of how much the other party is making. Now, other couples are like this also. They have separate, they do not have that something like a family bank account, but they are also made to contribute, or they are being assigned to pay a certain bill monthly. The one who's making more money will have to carry the load of paying for the house and maybe the car, and the rest of the other utility bills, maybe electrical bills and food bills, will be shouldered by the other partner. Separate accounts is advantageous when one partner has no discipline in expenses, because some people would run their credit so bad that it will backfire and you will be affected, because you can file bankruptcy and you're gonna lose it all. Okay, so that's why separate bank accounts will protect you from that, not going down with your partner. The downside on this, though, regarding the taxes, you might pay more taxes if you have a separate bank account. Now, with regards to the joint account, this is when both partners will put all their income into one account. Me and my husband, we have that kind of account. Okay, before I got married, I know him from head to toe regarding expenses. I know he has a very good credit score. He goes to work every day. He's very conservative with his money, and he does not run his credit card wild. Okay, so that's why I was willing to have a joint account with him. Now, the advantages to this is it's easy to track. Very easy to track, because you're gonna see the statement every day and you know exactly how much he pays for his tennis and for his golf and everything, you know. And he also know vice versa what you spend your money on. Maybe too much makeup, too much brand name products. That's what a lot of women do, you know. Well, each one can actually, in a nice way, sometimes would have to advise them. You can have to back off a little bit on the expenses on certain items. Now, you can track the expenses, right? At the same time, you can also track where you are going, what kind of goal you're going to follow, in order for you to establish basically a bond between husband and wife working for the same common goal. So that's the advantage of that. You can invest your money together, so it's not separated, and it will give you a sense of partnership. At the same time, you can have a sense of accomplishment as a couple. So that is the biggest advantage on that. So otherwise, guys, I'm going to just split, and I hope I was able to give you a little bit of points to think about about separate bank account versus joint account. And I hope you're gonna have a good day. Bye-bye.